Let's get a policing perspective on this. Steve Marasink is a former RCMP major crimes investigator, and he joins us tonight from Edmonton. So as you heard that news conference from Halifax, Steve, what was your reaction?
Just a tragedy, an unprecedented tragedy, Ian, that's going to be felt across Canada. The numbers that they have indicated that are deceased and the loss of an RCMP member is just tragic. There are no other words than that.
And give us a sense of some of the policing perspectives. Middle of the night, rural Nova Scotia, multiple 911 calls. What was that like, do you think?
Well, I can just imagine when the 911 calls start coming in, the members who are going to be working in a rural location, so they're going to be separated by distance. There's not going to be a lot of resources available because, again, it's a rural location, and they would have all started to head to that location, and they would have arrived individually, perhaps two in a vehicle, but it would have been a presence that would have grown over time. But again, for the first officers on the scene, it would have been chaos.
And then the gunman takes off in an RCMP vehicle, I mean a fake one, but it's made to look like that, wearing an RCMP uniform. What do you make of that?
Well, the first thing for the officers on scene, they're going to have to secure the scene and try to identify a suspect or what happened, to try to make sense of what they're seeing. And then the fact that this individual has put a mock-up of a police car together and part of a uniform suggests to me that there's been a lot of pre-planning, forethought, and consideration. This was not a spur-of-the-moment event. This individual planned what he was going to do and carried it out.
So we hear he had a connection to some of the victims and did not have a connection to other victims. There will be no criminal trial here. The suspect is dead. But Steve, if you were investigating this now, what would you be looking for?
The why. Technically they'll be able to put together the how, they'll be able to put the locations in a timeline, but again, it's going to be the motivation. What caused this individual to do such a drastic, horrendous thing, and why at that time? But obviously with the mock-up of the car, this was not a spur of the moment. He put planning and consideration into this, and you have to wonder, did anybody notice that? Was anybody aware of what he was doing?
Sounds like you're as perplexed as the rest of us as we try to find out more about this. Steve Marasink in Edmonton, always nice talking to you.
Thank you, Ian.